Hello, everybody, and welcome back. It's Creative Redundancy back again, also known as CR. This is a stream slash replay, depending how you see it, about finding inspiration and ideas, and kind of discovering, seeking out those light bulb moments, as they say. Now, this is going to be an audio only type of podcast or stream, just because the information is more important than, well, seeing me. So, here's just a couple of questions and kind of ask what inspires or has or would inspire you? And how does one find ideas for like YouTube content or for projects, maybe from school, work, or whatever, or crafting ideas or anything like that? I'll share some ways one can or could find ideas or inspiration. And maybe some of them might help you. I hope you, whoever is watching, you know, find an idea, inspire you to just do it. So let's get on with the intro. So yes, finding inspiration and ideas plus chit chat. I'll put my CR logo up on the screen right now. Ooh. Let it flash for a little bit. And I decided to put this image I have of the sun, hopefully to inspire you, find those light bulb ideas. So, just a little back info, just in case no one knows. So, what is inspiration in the first place? Well, basically, in a nutshell, inspiration is something that makes someone want to do something, or that gives someone an idea about what to do or create. A force or influence that inspires someone. And that inspiration can come from a lot of different sources. Now, inspiration shouldn't be confused with the word motivation. There's a slight difference. Some inspiration's more of how you come more from the inside, or you feel on the inside, while motivation is something from the outside that compels you to take an action. Now, I'm paraphrasing a lot right here, but inspiration is that driving force, while motivation is that pulling force. I am quoting a few things. You can search that, Google it, and stuff like that and see. Now, there's a bunch of things that can um, help you find inspiration for creative new ideas. Now, I'll go through this list. Now, of course, you can Google this, and I'll kind of go through this list and kind of give my thoughts behind that. So first thing, writing things down. So grabbing that pen, piece of paper, and just writing it down. Maybe brainstorming, finding those connections, and kind of releasing those ideas out from your mind. So it's not just all scattered in your mind, but actually written down where you can, well, and the second thing is reading it. Read. And to a certain extent, watch YouTube videos. Watch people. Another thing is doing something new. Finding new surroundings. Another thing is to broaden your horizons a little. Try something new again. Maybe, I don't know, maybe you've never tried flint napping in terms of survival or bushcrafting, I should say. Try something new. Try a new hobby. Stuff like that. Now this next thing about asking around, you know, talk to people. Just have a discussion or uh, chat with people. Exchange ideas. I guess that's kind of what they mean about ask around. You know, get some input from other people. Because they might have an idea or a thought or a different perspective of whatever the discussion's about. You know, maybe clear your mind away from distractions like whatever it is. People, the kids, work, uh, video games. So yeah, wherever you find that inspiration, you know, remember that inspiration can come from anywhere. Those ideas that you're looking for, you might not see it right away. It might just hit you out of nowhere where you get that epiphany, that sudden realization that, hey, maybe I can use this to inspire me to get an idea. Now, ideas. Where does one get ideas? I've I've actually been asked this before in either comments or as a reply to a comment that I leave for our channels, for example. I've, and actually, ironically enough, I found inspiration to do this video about finding inspiration and ideas from people asking about, do you have any ideas for topics or videos I could do? And people have asked me that. And I was like, you know, that's actually a good topic to consider because everyone's looking for inspiration, ideas, you know, and are more content to add to their channel, regardless of what it is. Regardless if you're into the survivalism, preparedness, bushcrafting, the gaming world, the cleaning world, the DIY creating world, and etc. etc. So I'm gonna share some of these right now. So inspiration. I mean, for me, sometimes I find inspiration or even the ideas in just sometimes out of nowhere. Maybe it's from talking to people, seeing something that I don't usually see for whatever it is. I mean, sometimes these ideas just come out of nowhere, you know, and sometimes they're based on something else I've seen, experienced, or maybe someone sharing a story with me about something happened to them and I find an idea in there. Oh yeah, exactly, great man. I mean, like a lot of ideas that you make might not be new, but you know, it could be new to you. I mean, maybe the idea is not original, but you haven't done it on for yourself yet or for your channel yet. I mean, it's hard to come up with a original idea, let's just say. You know, those always don't come. But sometimes these ideas, maybe someone has done it before. When you're putting a new twist on it, whatever it is. I don't have an example specifically for that, but you kind of get the drift of that. So, I was giving this a lot of thought, and I kind of been thinking about it, and sometimes for me, I could just these ideas, especially ideas, as as a person that likes to create a lot. Yes, I do create a lot. Yes, CR does create a lot. Yes, as everyone's aware, hence why I'm always in creation mode. But sometimes, I can only go so far with creation mode, and I need to find another idea again, because I've already exhausted all the potential for that one idea in creation mode. I've only, only, I've discovered as much as I can at the moment, where I want to broaden my horizons some more. So maybe I'll go out, try something new, whatever it is. I mean, maybe these ideas don't just come out of nowhere. Sometimes they do. I mean, there's that kind of like, um, where you hear people getting inspiration or an idea, I should say, from a dream. I mean, it happens, and it doesn't happen to me. I wish I would get ideas from a dream, but usually it doesn't happen. But I know it's possible, and sometimes just kind of thinking about it so hard makes you kind of, how do I say, in a nutshell, think outside this box kind of thing. I mean, for me, these ideas may not come naturally. Sometimes, actually, I have to try really hard to come up with the ideas. Sometimes, they just come out like it was always meant to be. Then there's other times where these ideas you gotta try really hard at and think it, and just kind of, okay, I think this makes sense. I think this topic for a live stream or whatever to talk about, I think it'll make sense, you know. And sometimes I'll get ideas just from watching other channels on topics I can do. I mean, I never thought I would ever talk about hoarding on this channel, but I got an idea for it and kind of related it to preparedness and that fine line between hoarding and preparedness. That's just an idea that just came via another YouTube channel and some other content that I've seen. I mean, um, there's other ideas that'll come in the future for the channel that you'll see. That I was just writing it down, just kind of brainstorming, I mean, brainstorming, just whatever comes to mind, drawing it down, finding connections, relating it, and stuff like that. Especially for things like more, let's say, abstract, like a channel name. You're trying to find a channel name, or you know, an idea to make a thumbnail with. You're just thinking and thinking, and you're like, oh, come on, I know I can do this. Sometimes, taking that 5 minutes to not think about it for a sec can allow your subconscious to kind of come up with something. You'll think a little bit differently, maybe think outside that hypothetical box, and you might come up with something that, hey, you'll have that epiphany and be like, why didn't I think of this in the first place? It might be just because you put too much pressure on yourself to try to think of an awesome idea, where all you had to do was just kind of do something else for a little bit, and maybe that idea, I guess, or inspiration might just pop in your head from doing something else. You're just like, oh, why didn't I think of that in the first place? That's a great idea. Why didn't I think of that? Maybe it's not new, but it might be new to you. And something that to consider doing for your channel, for your project. So, I want to welcome into the room here. Of course, Great Man Outdoors, Roy, Hike with Mike. Thank you for taking the time to drop in. I appreciate it. So let's see what you guys are talking about real quick here. Of course, necessity is the mother of invention, as they say. Yeah, exactly. What do I need done? And how can I get that job done with what I have on hand? Yeah. I think like that too. Questions like that. If there's a need, there's a way. Okay, great man. Yeah, we know about that. We know about that. So yeah, I mean, so I'm trying to come up with examples right here of just, I mean, just the other day. Let's see, it's Tuesday. I think it was like 5 days ago. I went to go visit a friend. I brought my notepad, well, notebook, as in an actual notebook or writing pad or journal, whatever you want to call it, and just explored some ideas. Just we were just talking, and I drew down some ideas. I actually came up with, well, literally number 6 was ideas. I was just like, oh, I have an idea about talking about ideas, and there's a bunch of other ideas that I have in mind. Things to add to the channel, topics I can talk about, videos I can put up, and such. Oh, hey, that's just another thing you could do too. Maybe you can find inspiration from nature. Maybe it's going out for those hikes, those day walks, clear your mind a bit, you know, de-stress a little and kind of relax, and maybe those your subconscious will kind of bring something to your into your face, let's just say, and you'll be like, out of nowhere, you'll just be like, why didn't I think of that before? That'd be a perfect topic to chat about on a live stream. I mean, for me, it was just like, I was just talking to someone, and I was just kind of mentioning that people were asking me about coming out with ideas. I'm just like, why don't I make a live stream talking about ideas? I mean, I mean, like it sounds, you know, uh, common sense to, or not common sense, but I should have thought of that before. But I mean, sometimes it's like that. You never know until you kind of explore some more, regardless of how those ideas come to you. Maybe it's from talking to people, finding inspiration through how other people talk about, share stories or things with you, to like some of you guys said, if there's a need, you know, that can inspire you to make something, to find that solution. So, so I'll probably go for another about 5 minutes on this live stream, give or take. But yeah, I mean, whatever inspires you to keep to, you know, to go with it, as they say, and whatever you do to find ideas for that next video or live stream, whatever it is, always remember that whatever you did, doing it again might give you another idea or inspire you. Maybe it's from nature, from seeing a sunrise or sunset, that inspires you to, hey, I'm gonna do a bunch of videos about sunsets, for example. Maybe inspire you to want to do videos about sword ignition at, you know, right after dawn or right before sunset, something like that. So, regardless where the ideas come from, you know, embrace it. Embrace that way of doing it. Because it might help you later on again when you're kind of, you know, stuck in a rut, and, you know, your idea of, or videos that you want to start, if you're starting to make more where you're running low on ideas and stuff like that. I mean, that happens. Even for me, as much as I create, you know, eventually the ideas run lower and lower because I keep doing the video content or the live stream and talking about it. And sometimes I can't or don't want to talk about it again because, well, I don't feel like I need to. So, I want to say special thanks to everyone that dropped in on those live stream, showing their channel support. I appreciate it very much. You guys give me that motivation to keep going on. I appreciate it very much. So, where it feels like it inspires me to, I can go beyond. And maybe some of the ideas, oh, a lot of my friends say, that's a crazy idea. That's a crazy idea. Yeah, maybe. Maybe the ideas aren't always for everyone or situational, but sometimes ideas are those things to consider. Maybe they're way outside the box, like way, 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 way outside the box, like 5 feet away from the box. But maybe, maybe those ideas will turn out better than I think. I'm trying not to limit myself within the contents of this hypothetical box and try to broaden my horizons, broaden that hypothetical box a little, and that's so and try not to be so straight line, as they say. Because sometimes finding a solution or an answer or something like that, sometimes you gotta take a bend and go indirectly to find that solution, or in this case, an idea or something like that. Yeah, exactly. Great, man. If it can work for you, I mean, it can't be that crazy, especially if it makes sense. So thank you to Grey Man Outdoors, Hake with Mike, Roy Parman for dropping in on this live stream and showing that great channel support. Now, again, like always, outro time. As the world changes, so must oneself. To reach a new level of skill and knowledge, one must practice. A single person can't help everyone in this world, but one person can help someone in this world, regardless of your race, age, to a certain extent, of course, height, nationality, IQ level. So until the next video, yes, I'll say hi from from zero to homestead. Thank you for dropping in. Kind of late, but better late than never, I guess, as they say. So until that next video, go out and broaden your horizons. Find that one thing that can inspire you. And maybe, just maybe, those ideas will come to you quicker than you think. So until that next video and live stream, it's peace out from CR, and I'll catch you next time. And thank you for dropping in and checking out this live stream.